this part of the series, we're going to learn the basics of navigation in virtual reality. Similar to the desktop mode, the VR mode has several ways of navigating the scene, with each one offering an alternative approach to exploring the VR experience. In the previous part of the training, we had learned how to set up the starting position in SimLab Composer, and now we can proceed to running the experience in VR. From the SimLab VR Viewer menu, select Show in Viewer, then click on Virtual Reality Mode. To look around you in VR, simply move your head around. Some VR headsets allow the user to walk around physically, while others do not, so you would need a different method of moving around in the scene. To teleport, press and hold the stick on the right controller, then aim at the ground and release, and you will be teleported to that location. While holding down the stick, you can move it around to change the direction you will be facing upon teleportation. If you were to move the stick sideways without pressing it, the view would rotate in that direction. So instead of rotating your head or turning around physically to extreme degrees, simply rotate the stick. If the teleportation beam appears in a green color, it means that your targeted location is accessible. A red color, on the other hand, means that the targeted area is inaccessible. Going back to SimLab Composer, click on Environment in the object tree to the left. In the VR tab, you will find some options related to navigation. Here, you can set the starting navigation mode for desktop viewing, as well as the camera's field of view. You can also enable flying in VR. Enable VR flying and run the experience in VR mode. With the flying option enabled, using the left controller, push the stick forward to fly. The harder you push the stick, the faster you fly. To control the direction of flying, rotate the controller in the direction you intend to fly in. To exit the flying mode, use the right controller to teleport to the ground. Flying in VR can be useful when exploring large scenes or scenes with unreachable areas. Go back to SimLab Composer and let's explore the third way of navigation in VR mode. From the 360 image menu, click on Create VR Camera. Place the camera in any location you want and be mindful of its orientation, since it can be used as a direction you will be facing when teleporting to that camera. Create as many cameras as you need to cover the whole scene. Using Ctrl and C would create a replica of the camera, so you wouldn't have to go back to the 360 menu every time you need to add a camera. To use the VR cameras as a teleportation points in VR, press the menu button on the controller. From the VR menu, select the VR camera icon using the trigger button on the controller to activate the large scene navigation mode. This view, similar to X-ray, allows you to see teleportation points even if they were hidden behind walls. Navigating the VR experience in SimLab VR Viewer is very simple yet immensely empowering. It comes in different modes, allowing you to explore any type of scene, no matter how large or complex it is, without any considerable effort.